So thanks for tuning in, so to speak. So what are we using today? It's a very quick shave. We've got some plans to get out of the house. We're going to the forest, and we're going to pick up some, me and the children, we're going to pick up some sticks. Yeah, simple as that. Very long sticks, because we are later this week. We're going to have a little humble bonfire in the garden, and you know, we're going to do some breads over it, and you know, some other stuff. So, how have you been? Hope you've been very nice and very having good shaves and a well and good health. This is the absolute most cold shave experience of all time. Just the phrase cryogen, the coldest soap as I'm aware of that is existing out there. Got it whipped up here in the Yaki plastic bowl, using also a Yaki synthetic, mountaintop I think it's called, but it looks to have a cold theme to it. I don't know. I felt it matched. So this soap is unscented completely. It is littered on the brink and also beyond with menthol. And look, I've had this for a year, and this has happened. I don't know if it picks up there, perhaps slightly. You see all the glistening? You can see it on the lid here. That's crystals, menthol crystals. That's how mentholated this is. Now, I don't actually know nor understand why this happens, so perhaps someone out there can enlighten me as to why this happens. It's like the menthol crystals starts to grow and expand somehow within the soap. So that's, I also, to give it kind of a scent, because I usually use unscented soaps when my skin needs relaxation, it needs a break. Then I put something on that doesn't have a scent, and this is one of them. Head Slick is another, if I don't need a strong menthol feeling. I've scooped up what would be considered just below a thumbnail size, and it whipped up this very incredible amount of lather here. There's a lot around here. And it did add a few drops, I put it away now, of eucalyptus drops, just to give it a slight scent. And yes, that will make it more coldish, but it's only just 2-3 drops, so it's not, a lot. But it did make it a little more, how can I say, liquefied. So we're going to lather up, and I'll show you the razor. And sometimes you can also build upon the lather on your face to make it a bit more, pasty, as it is becoming a bit now. See? A bit pasty here. It's a very nice cooling sensation that you're getting. It's right up there in your face. It lets you know it's there. Cools you right down, which suits the weather outside tremendously. I'm from Denmark. I don't know if that's a surprise to anyone, but here we have quite a lot of humidity in the air, which menthol, nice, which influence the weather in a strange way, because it feels, when it's hot, it feels hotter than it is, and when it's cold, it feels a bit colder than it actually is. So it's about only 25 degrees, something like that outside, but because of the humidity in the air, the humid air, it feels a lot warmer and almost suffocatingly warm. And it can be much worse, believe me, we've had worse summers over the years. So this is just the first, like, really warm day we've had for a long time, and I'm gonna take advantage of that because I love a bit of water. I love this shaving soap. It performs brilliantly. A little goes a very long way, and it's got menthol in it with menthol on top, and then rounds it off with a bit of more menthol. It's an absolutely magnificent shaving soap. I haven't tried any other of the Chisel Face line, but I'm very impressed with this one. It comes in, let's see, it says right here, I don't know if you can read it, 4 ounces. So that's 113 grams. So it's a bit below perhaps what other manufacturers supply to you. But as I said, a little goes a long way. And I don't use it all the time. First of all, because it's not, to me, in my country, as far as I'm aware, I might be missing out on something, easy to come by. You have to import it from abroad. Or perhaps, I don't know if I got this through Amazon. I think I don't know, I don't remember where I got it from. I imported it from the US, I think. So that can be quite expensive with the import taxes and stuff like that going on top of the sales. Very nice slickness to it, and almost at the verge of painful menthol. But I like it. It's a nice menthol. If you love menthol, you really need to try this. So what are we using? We're using the German, the Razor Rock German slat, and in it I have my, I don't know if you can tell, Wilkinson sword. It won't. No matter what I do, I cannot get the camera to focus if I bring things up close. It simply won't focus on the things that I would like it to focus on. So I don't know what's on about that. But it's a Wilkinson sword blade, 4th use. I did use it off camera once because I needed some touch up here and there, and it ended up being almost a full shave. Lock it in place. There you have it, a slat razor. Medium aggression feel, but very efficient. So, whew, this menthol is nice. So we'll start with the grain here. I don't remember the weight, but it's got some very nice knurling here. Nice to grip on. Also some lines down here. It's a very, very nice razor. So let's... Now, in my experience, it does tend to clog a bit, and yeah, we'll simply rinse it often. You have to do that anyway, so cleans out perfectly. Now the eucalyptus oil does a very nice job at sort of creating the illusion of a bit of eucalyptus inside the soap. Very little left. So I'll try something. I'll try switching to the left hand here, see how that goes. I must say, these Wilkinson sword blades, they're nice. Full fuse, still cutting exceptionally. Nice. Whew. It's hot. Oh, where are my manners? How are you? How do you do? And what do you do in terms of coping with the heat? I use shaving soaps. I think it was last year. It was so damn cold. Nice. I found myself lathering up, and it was very warm last year. Lathering up, almost applying it all the way, everywhere on the face, and simply to just get a sensation, a feeling of cooling down a bit. Yeah. So it's got a nice, very nice slickness, and it is going to be even colder now. Just going to rotate this a bit in here. It did in the bowl after I applied the eucalyptus oil look a bit wet, but as I applied it to the face, I hope you could see that that was not the case when it was worked on the face a bit. It became very nice and creamy, almost pasty-like, until I added more than enough water. Got any hints of how to stay cool in the summer? I keep, oh, it's nice eucalyptus and menthol. You get the nostrils, and if you do have a tendency to have any sort of irritation during your shave, this will cool it right down. I've never had any irritation when using this soap. Along the same lines of Master Soap Creations, I've never had any irritation using their soaps as well. There you go. Now this would be even colder, actually, if I did it outside, you know, with the breeze stuff. I do have a few purchases coming up next month. Stuff to show you, and unfortunately, all of them, as far as I'm recalling, they're unmentholated. So I'm kind of stocking up on focusing on non-mentholated soaps during the winter. You know, I will do menthol shaves with my shave soaps, but a bit slighter level of menthol in the creams during the winter, because, well, obviously it's cold enough. But it's budget-friendly stuff, you know, so that I believe that most people would be able to afford. Also, because times being what it is, you can't really afford that much. Well, I can't on shaving soaps. That's the top quality stuff. So you have to spend your money wisely. So, but who knows? We also need to invest in a new dishwasher. So perhaps there's not going to be any money at all left for me to play with, so to speak. Now I don't apply any pressure at all, whatsoever. I found that it reduces a lot of irritation on my skin, and that's what it's all about in my case. You know, when I started this, a new world opened for me. 2 seconds, there's back for the third pass, lathered up. Some Lico construction. Had an accident. So let's shortly talk about the brush. You can't go wrong with a Yaki brush. Nice synthetic knot, nice soft. As you could hopefully see throughout the video, it creates a lot of beautifully. It was a Crope soap. I've never used it on a hard puck soap, so I don't know how it fares against that. But against the usual Crope, it's going to do the job just fine. Nice and soft, irritation free, very nice. Also, if you suffer from irritation on your skin, try a slant razor that cuts in a different angle. I'm not saying you won't get irritation. I might even get irritation through this shave for some, unknown reason. Perhaps the blade has been used too much. Perhaps I didn't clean it thoroughly enough. Perhaps I accidentally applied pressure somewhere. A lot of stuff can somehow explain or be the cause of explanation to, I call it shaving rash, and not razor burn. Because it's not usually always the razor that's doing the burning, is it? Now, I have tested the eucalyptus oil, and it does not, add a bunch of coolness. So when I'm saying this is the coldest one I've ever tried, and believe it's out there, I am serious. Now the hard thing for me is sometimes I forget not to apply pressure because I'm sometimes running on autopilot, and then I'm like, and then I cut myself. I am not an expert at this whatsoever, but I do have some tips that help me, and hopefully they will help you as well. Just the slickness is amazing. A bit over here. This. 2 seconds again. Not being put back together as the little ones wanted to. There you go. Done. So, face wash, and I'll bring you back to the post shave. Welcome back. So on top of that, we're going to apply some Fayer's Witch Hazel Lemon. Just because it's got a nice scent to it. There you go. While that does its job, we'll go through what we used before we put on some aftershave. So, well, Paranso Green, good product, nice menthol to it. Is it a rock? No, it's not a Rockwell. The Razor Rock German Slats 37. Very, very nice razor. Smooth, mid-aggression feel, but very efficient. Yaki ball. This is what is left. Nothing, almost. The Yaki brush, Mountain, something. I'm not quite sure this has actually been made any longer. So, great brush. Soap was Chiseled Face. Try it again. Chiseled Face Cryogen. The most mentholated soaps that I have ever used, and it is uber mentholated, but it leaves your skin feeling exceptionally nice and cool and just great soap. And then, yeah, Fayer's Witch Hazel. And now, fine snake bites. No fragrance, just alcohol and fragrance and water, and it's gonna burn. So there you go. Today's shave. Very nice and cool. Oh, yes, well, yeah. Oh, whew, that does the trick. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you on Saturday. Hopefully. Goodbye.